Another gathering on the banks. And as the leaves begin to turn, the Scarlet Knights close out a 3-game homestand.
Looking toward the end zone, is there for the touchdown.
And to the delight of the Rutgers family on the sidelines, in the stands, and watching at home, they were treated to a show.
Throwing, he's got a man, it's a touchdown. How about that? It couldn't have gone a whole lot better.
This week on Our Football with Chris Ash, we sit down with the head coach and look back at the Scarlet Knights' 65-point victory.
34 yards on the carry, and it's 64-0.
We'll get to know one of the architects of the 9-touchdown effort, offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach Jerry Kill.
What other sport allows you to touch so many players over the last 33 years and actually be able to be a part of their life and be an influence on their life? So I think a coach probably has as much influence over tons and tons of people through the years they coach than anybody.
And we'll look ahead to the exciting start of the Big Ten season. It's all just ahead on Our Football with Chris Ash.
Tenacity.
A lot of time, a lot of effort.
Play extremely hard. Be consistent.
Aggressive.
A bunch of fire and passion. I represent New Jersey.
Chase that dream that we all want. Just want to hear that cannon as you score.
Touchdown! Atmosphere is electric. Stadium gets real loud. He demands, perfection. When he asks for something, he wants it to be done.
Try to get to the dot. You quit.
To know that our program is on the rise.
Goes over the top and the toss is there. Touchdown catch.
This program going to another level.
Head strong on three. Head strong on three. 1, 2, 3. Head strong.
From the Marco Battaglia Practice Complex on the campus of Rutgers University in Piscataway, we welcome you to another edition of Our Football with Chris Ash. Coach, when you look around this place, is this like a dream come true?
Well, compared to what it was when we first got here, absolutely. We had a lot of conversations about our facilities and what we needed to upgrade. This was obviously in those conversations. Never thought it would turn out like this. This is beautiful. It's unbelievable. Jeff and Amy Towers and the support they've given our program, and Marco to be able to name it after him. It's just an awesome complex all the way around.
What does this mean to the program overall?
It's really about just the commitment. We want to show our players that we're committed to giving them the best experience that they can have here, and we want to show future recruits that we are committed to building and creating a top-level program here that can go out and be competitive and win games in this league.
And what an honor for Marco Battaglia, who was not only an All-America, but has handled himself with class and grace throughout the years and given back to this university.
Yeah, Marco's unbelievable. Didn't know him as a player, but I've seen a lot of highlights. He was tough, hard-nosed. It's what you want in a football player. But just his personality, his smile, his attitude every day is awesome. And every day he wakes up just trying to make Rutgers better. It's unbelievable.
Coach, you come off the largest shutout victory by Rutgers since 1978. How do you digest and look back at the football game over Morgan State?
Well, don't really necessarily look at the scoreboard. Look at our effort, look at our fundamentals, our execution, where we clean. We're playing hard for 4 quarters. That's really what we went back and looked at as we evaluated the film. And there were a lot of outstanding reps in that game. Obviously, when you put that number of points up there and get a shutout, there's a lot of good things to build off of. But we got to continue to get better. I'm happy for our players. We got a chance to celebrate a victory after a Saturday win, and we haven't been able to do that in a while. And it's great for them to be able to do it because they've invested a ton.
Jonathan Lewis, true freshman out of East Orange, New Jersey. Throwing, he's got a man, it's a touchdown. On tackle into the end zone, he skips in for the score. Bouncing off the tackle again, and into the end zone again. They can't arm tackle that guy. He's too big to be arm tackled.
Let's talk about some of the freshmen and some of the first-year players, starting with Jonathan Lewis, who accounted for 5 touchdowns in his first 11 touches.
Yeah, he had a great afternoon. Obviously, he was a byproduct of the efforts of a lot of individuals. You know, we maybe put him in when we got down near the goal line, and the offensive line and the quarterbacks and the backs or receivers, whoever it was, did a great job to get the ball there, and then he obviously capitalized and put the ball in the end zone. But we're very excited about Jonathan's future here. He keeps getting better every single day. He really respects the process of preparation and trying to get himself ready, whether he's going to play, 10 snaps, 20 snaps, or, 2 snaps. He's working extremely hard, and so happy to have him in our program, watching him grow and mature the way he is right now.
He was named Big Ten Co-Freshman of the Week. What about his feet? Because he's electric.
Yeah, well, he's big. He's big, he's a strong runner, and I think he's deceptively quick. He can make you miss, he can run over you, and he can throw the ball. So, yeah, I think he's got the total package, and I'm really excited to watch him continue to develop.
Look at that speed right there. And easily into the end zone for the touchdown. They got themselves the first out and more. Blackshear is going again. Into the end zone for the second time today.
Great to see Raheem Blackshear excel on the football field. 14 carries, 102 yards. What about the way he took off?
He did a great job Saturday. Didn't really surprise me because we've seen a lot of that hard, tough running style from him. He's not a very big guy. He packs a good punch. He's got great feet. He's got a great change of direction. He's got good speed. He's going to add another really element to and dimension to our running game that we don't have and haven't had here. So I'm excited to watch him continue to grow too, like Jonathan.
On that 33-yard touchdown run, he seems to hit the hole fast.
He does. He's got a burst. He hits it. He's got great vision, and he saw the hole. He hit it and accelerated through, and obviously took it to the end zone.
Show back to take the punt. They're coming like crazy, and they block it. It's blocked, and it's picked up, and Rutgers is going to have it inside the 15-yard line. They do that better than anybody.
Muhammad Jabi, who's a redshirt freshman, he came up with the football on the block punt, and he made something happen with it, didn't he?
Yeah, he didn't get in the end zone. We want to get in the end zone, but no, great. It was a great scheme that Coach Bill Bush put together for the week. Well executed by the players. Hunter Hyatt got the block, and obviously we work on the scoop and score aspect of it. And Mo picked it up. Jabi picked it up and headed for the end zone. Got tackled, but well executed by a lot of individuals.
And wide receiver Bo Melton, 1 catch for 48 yards. Did he show you something?
Well, that was his first catch of the year. He's got great speed. Again, he's learning the offense. He's developing as a receiver. But I think that one play and his ability to get behind the secondary demonstrated the speed that he has and his ability to go get the deep ball. And, that's what we want out of him.
Do you think you can build off your execution in the red zone? Because it was outstanding.
We have to get into Big Ten play and be able to win the big games in the Big Ten. First, we got to get into the red zone. Then we've got to get touchdowns. We're not looking for field goals. Obviously points in general, but we want touchdowns and not field goals. We've spent an insane amount of time in the red zone during training camp. I think we have an outstanding package offensively of plays that we can use to attack a defense based on what they're giving us. We got to get down there more and get the ball in the end zone.
Rutgers' first victory of the year was more than just offense. It was about defense, too. When we come back, we'll talk about the defensive effort. Stay with us.
Hi, this is Dr. Yvette Rooks, Chief Medical Officer, RWJ Barnabas Health Sports Medicine at Rutgers. Parents, I encourage you to check in with your young one after activity. We hear about concussions a lot, and oftentimes a child cannot tell you exactly how they're feeling. So you want to check in with them and ask them specific questions after they've had a long practice, especially in our contact sports. Things like if they're more tired, if they have a headache, if they just don't seem right. So do a check-in with your kid to make sure their brain is healthy.
Welcome back to the Marco Battaglia Practice Complex at Rutgers University as we continue on Our Football with Chris Ash. Coach, we talked about your offense and its performance against Morgan State. What about the defense and overall the commitment that you got because your players were relentless?
Yeah, I like the steady play of our defense, steady and consistent play of our defense right now. We have to continue to find ways to improve applying pressure to the quarterback on first and second down, but we're tackling well, we're playing with good fundamentals, we're playing with good effort, and we're consistently executing. We're not perfect, but we're getting a lot better every single week, so it's been pretty consistent so far through three games, and we've got to keep that up.
Morgan State goes back to work. DeAndre Harris back in at quarterback and probably wishes he wasn't. Darnell Davis comes flying through.
And Darnell Davis is off to a good start. He had 10 tackles in this game. He forced a fumble. He had a sack, 1.5 tackles for loss. You can't ask for much more than that.
No, I love Darnell. Darnell just quietly does his job. He's not flashy, but he just brings his hard hat and lunch pail, to work every single Saturday. And next thing you know, you look up and he's got a lot of production. And you ask yourself why. It's just because he goes hard. He executes the calls. He goes hard, and he's in the right spots. And great players, that's what they do, and he makes plays because of it.
Deontay Roberts and Trevor Morris, have they been consistent in your mind?
They have. They've been really solid for us defensively, both in the run game and in the pass game. Deontay Roberts is our captain out there right now, really calming force for us. He keeps the players with their poise and keeps them together, even if we're not playing necessarily the way we want.
There's some leadership there, isn't there?
Absolutely. He's provided a ton of leadership for us, as well as plays being made, on Saturday. So I'm really happy with those two guys.
Going back the other way. That one is going not quite to the house.
What a great job by Battle.
Fogg and Battle, two guys that got a chance to go into Battle, and both made big plays.
Yeah, it was the first opportunity for both of them to get on the field. The Battle did a great job on special teams as well as on defense. He got a touchdown. Guys were kind of getting after him a little bit because he couldn't get in the end zone, but it was a great play by him. Fogg got his first action of the season on Saturday. Did some great things, man. Plays in a good football position. He was physical. Got the pick because of his effort. Excited about both of those guys in their future.
Do you see some unity in this group, and do you think they'll continue to get better?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the brotherhood just in general on the football team is outstanding, but defensively it's very strong because we have so many players that have played together and have been here for so long. Offensively it's a little different deal because we got so many new players. Defensively, we got a great chemistry and a great brotherhood on that side of the ball.
We're going on the road, not the coach and I, but the Rutgers team. When we come back, we'll look ahead to the first Big Ten game of the year in Lincoln, Nebraska. Stay with us. Hey Rutgers fans, here's a chance for you to become even a bigger part of the program. We want to hear from you, so email us your questions and we'll use them on the show, Our Football with Chris Ash.
All right, let's go. 11.
11.
Split faces, 11 personnel, red look back, tray left, 31. Here we go.
Tray left, 31. On red, ready?
Well, it is to move the chains, win the game. We make it complicated, but, we got to make the chains move and put points on the board.
Picking his spot and driving into the end zone for the touchdown. 13 yards on the carry, and Rutgers scores first.
Sticking with that run, that's a Jerry Kill staple. He comes from Minnesota, and he loves to run the football and control the clock.
Overall philosophy and things of that nature is that still believe that you got to be able to run the ball, in the Big Ten.
Robert Martin had a hole that you could drive a truck through.
But we certainly want to be balanced in what we do.
Looking. Fires. Caught. Touchdown, Janae Grant. And the Scarlet Knights marching right down the field on their opening drive.
If I looked at my overall philosophy, if I could say one thing, is bring toughness to the offense. And that's from whether you're throwing the ball or running it. We have to be a tougher football team, and that's what Coach wants, a physical football team, a tough football team.
Bouncing off the tackle again, and into the end zone again.
That's what I've always done in my coaching career, is that offensively we're going to be tough, and we're going to coach them hard and get them better.
Throwing, he's got a man, it's a touchdown.
We got our receivers. 21.
Coach Kill is a genius.
Coach Kill brings, a great level of leadership.
Coach who wants to establish a running game.
Not a coach that says a lot during practice. He doesn't really yell too much.
I really like the direction Coach Kill is taking us under, and I've really enjoyed working with him this past spring in this camp. And I feel like he just brings a lot of veteran leadership to the table. I mean, he was a head coach at Minnesota, Big Ten Coach of the Year.
But he'll be the first one to tell you that if you ain't got no swag, then you got to get out, because he has swag. He's that guy who's gonna be hard on you, but he'll come over and explain to you why he's hard on you, or he'll always point out the goods and the bads. He won't just point out the bads of the team. So,
it's taught me to, it's how to be on a stage where you can influence so many people. I get a chance to do that. You think of Father's Day and all the text messages you get from former players. What other sport allows you to touch so many players over the last 33 years and actually be able to be a part of their life and be an influence on their life? So I think a coach probably has as much influence over tons and tons of people through the years they coach than anybody.
Pay attention. I need 21 personnel. 21! 21! We got 21 in here.
I look at the individual, because every individual is different. Just because you say, well, a guy used to be a head coach doesn't mean he's going to fit or not fit your program or your staff. I look at Jerry, he doesn't have an ego. He's been a head coach, he's been a successful head coach, but he gets where he's at in his career right now. And what he wants to do is add value to the staff, add value to the players, and wants to come be the best offensive coordinator, best quarterback coach that he can be, and best leader for the offensive staff.
That's what I'm evaluating, is how you handle situations. Come on.
Jerry and I have a lot of similar beliefs and philosophies on how we run the program, and that's made it a great fit.
They got themselves the first down and more. Blackshear is going again. Into the end zone for the second time today.
I enjoy coming to work every day. We're working together. I'm not a believer of an I has ever accomplished anything, even as a head coach. It's all about the we, and the same with your team. It's about we, it's not about one person. So, yeah, I'm the offensive coordinator, but to me, we got 4 or 5 of them in there.
Looking toward the end zone, it's there for the touchdown. Jerome Washington, his first receiving touchdown of the year.
But we all have tremendous input, and I'm in there with some smart guys and some guys have been on defense. So I think we got a real good room, and our job is to make sure we keep them all.
And running on tackle into the end zone, he skips in for the score.
It's time for the Big Ten opener at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. Rutgers traveling to take on the Cornhuskers. First of all, you looking forward to taking this group on the road?
Yeah, it's a new season for us. You get into Big Ten play, it's time to refocus and get ready for Big Ten play. The competition obviously ramps up. We're going to go to a great environment. Lincoln, Nebraska is one of the best game day environments in all of football, whether it's NFL or college, and we're excited to go do it.
Chris, you have so many young kids. What do you tell them about making this move by getting on the road and having to bond together and understanding their responsibilities? There's so many things to talk to them about.
Absolutely. Just getting packed the right way. Make sure they got all their clothes to go on the trip the right way. Yeah, and bringing their ID. But there's so much that goes into it. We're excited to go on the road. We've been at home for 3 straight games. We love playing here at home. We love our fans. But there's something special about going on the road, and especially in conference play. It brings your team closer together. We've got so many players that are going to go play their first road game in the Big Ten right now. I'm not sure what to expect from them, but it's just constant education about what they need to do to prepare themselves to go have success on the road. It's different.
And Nebraska has struggled a little bit. They lost to Northern Illinois last week. They're trying to find themselves. Do you say anything to your group about their team, or is it all about getting Rutgers ready?
Yeah, it's all about us. I mean, we know what we're going into. Nebraska's a very well-coached football team. A lot of pride, a lot of history and tradition there. They'll be ready to play. It's a Big Ten opener for them too, and that's their focus also. They're going to be ready to play, and we have to show up and play our best game to go out there and have a chance.
And in terms of physicality, now you get into the Big Ten, everything is in the trenches. Do you convey that to your guys?
Yeah, we talk about that all the time. This league's a line of scrimmage game. You got to be able to control the offensive line and defensive lines up front. You got to be able to protect the passer and run the ball. You got to be able to stop the run and apply pressure to the quarterback. And if you can't do those things, it's going to be a long afternoon in this league. And I feel really good about what we're doing on both sides of the ball up front right now, and I can't wait to go out and watch our guys compete.
So Martin, the lone setback. They go right back to him again. Picking his spot and driving into the end zone for the touchdown. 13 yards on the carry, and Rutgers scores first.
Do you think that the game against Morgan State could serve as a springboard in terms of confidence level as your guys get ready for the Big Ten season?
Yeah, I think our guys have a lot of confidence. I know we're 1-2 right now, but they understand that we are a lot better football team right now. They know we're really close to, if we play our best game, there's a lot of teams that we're going to have a chance to go out and win and have success with on Saturdays. When we're going to do that, I don't know yet. That's still the mystery and the challenge is how we get that done. But our players are very confident what we're doing and their talent and their ability to go out and compete with anybody. Now we just got to put it all together for 4 quarters.
9 straight games in the Big Ten. Coach, take a deep breath and good luck to you.
Yeah, thank you.
That's it for this edition of Our Football with Chris Ash. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next week.